Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop.
Curtis. You so infatuated with my lifestyle. You see me out on the yacht with a black, beautiful woman. And I hope you don't have anything against black, beautiful women, Curtis. I mean, what are you insinuating here? I mean, and we know you just had your heart shattered when you found out what we found out. We all found out together. And we know that's the mother of your youngest son, little Bruce Leroy.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys download Boss Talk 101.app now. Receive you a free t-shirt. And some more stuff coming with that starter package as well. But looking at what I'm looking at, and you let me know if I'm seeing things wrong. Is this Rick Ross? Is he really? OG, did you see the thing on the boat? OG, you there?
Man, I'm right here, man. I mean, this man is hugging. He got his hand around this man's waist like they dating.
OG, you sure? I don't know. Is that a man that had on green? He leaned over his short hair, and when he looked back at the camera, it looked like it startled him. But I don't know if that's really, is that, it like, damn, they caught me, you know? They caught me, look.
That man was pulling that man between his legs like they was intimate. I
mean, okay, and if he was, what's the problem? If that's what he do, that's what he do. What's the problem? I just happen to be, I'm you know, straight laced, but what if that's what he like? What if that's what he's into?
But look, when we get them millions, I don't want you to be on no boat acting like that either.
That 100 million is on the way, man, but I don't think I'll be doing none of this right here. I look at, you know, the way, like I said, to me, OG, money amplifies who you really are. Give me an instance where you had a friend and you've been around for a while, and all of a sudden he came into some money. Whether it be whoever you've seen that really just came into a situation that really wasn't dealing with that situation in the same way until, bam, they got a lot of money. Have you ever seen somebody come from 0 to 100 real quick? And tell me what that experience was like for you. I know already you have had millions for sure if you don't have hidden millions now. But tell me what it was like to see someone else outside of yourself come from nothing to having $1 million. And next thing you know, life changed for them and for you also.
Life change, yeah. I done seen a couple of people, you know, go from 0 to $1 million, and they move out the neighborhood. They get to acting funny. You ain't good enough for them. The same thing 50 say. The only reason money don't change is because you ain't got enough of it.
Yeah. 50 is really rolling in on him on this one. 50 Cent said in his Instagram post, 50 Cent, your man was looking real saucy kissing that boy on the boat. That's not AI at 50 Cent reaction, you know.
Ain't that something?
That's 50 though. He's gonna say that because that's his op.
Man, when you catch, that rundown caught you with your drawers down.
Look out now.
I done seen him in the industry, bro. I mean, you would be surprised at these dudes that you think that are stomped down, hardcore gangster rappers. When you get them up in them offices with them white people, how the ass is tightened up, they mouths start, hello, yes sir, how are you doing today, sir? Wait a minute, is this the same gangster rapper that fuck your mama and I don't give a fuck and I killed a lot of people?
OG, listen, here's what you got to understand. And this is the honest truth. When it comes down to what we're seeing and how people are reacting with this money, it was already embedded inside of them. So when you see Rick Ross, yes, it is. Look, I'm gonna share. I got another video. Watch this right here. Now this is watch what this is him right here.
And then blood clotted, Rosie. They are. Cause there's some blood clot hot boy.
I ain't seen it. That's Rick Ross. He dancing in the house and acting a fool to some Jamaican music. I ain't know. I mean, he has a lot of different things he does to try to, make sure you guys on the internet are amused by him.
Let's go to a more simplified. Now, and you experience this. We talk about it all the time. That you go from pork and beans, eating a paper plate, you go to this big fancy restaurant with, like you say, the big old plate with a little bit of food on it and a little design.
Yeah, you be hungry when you leave.
So now when you was full of them pork and beans in the plastic, but now you done got uppity and you gotta go to this 5-star restaurant. And that ain't feeding you, that's bleeding you.
Yeah, they got one of them. I experienced that in your city down in Beverly Hills. I went out to Crustaceans and they had stuff in the floor and all kind of stuff, and it really was one of it. Yeah, they got all kind of the big white plate with the little food in the middle of it, in the very center. They sold, shout out to Kenyatta, they sold us some Roman noodles for $200.
Man, look. My partner took me there, right? I hadn't been. Last time I've been to Crustacean, I was with Barry Hankerson and Tony Braxton and her family was there. That's when, back in 2005, when Crustaceans was the real shit, right?
Yeah.
It was the place to go. All the movie stars, Jamie Foxx, Wycliffe John, everybody up in the spot, right? So about 6 months ago, I say about 6 months ago, my partner, Big Stu, man, come on, I want you to go with me and my girl. She gonna take her girlfriend, and we going to see this play. And then I got us a dinner at Crustacean. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. End up with the girl. I'm with the girl. The girl that I meet this blind date, bro, is ugly as hell, right? So we goes up. I'm a team player. I'm rolling with. We go to Crustacean. He tells them to order. They order. When you get lobster at cost. I mean, the lobster can cost anything. To make a long story longer, I got my whole plate was like $40. Now we get the bill. You know how much the damn bill was?
How much was the bill?
$1,600.
How much did you eat, OG?
Man, I didn't even eat my $40 worth because the food wasn't that good. Then this Negro, he gave me his card. His card didn't work. Now the lady, both of them work for the shipyard. They making $900 a night. He said, well, man, I ain't got enough, this and that. I had to loan him $500 of my money to pay for the meal, and they ate up and they took in food home and shit, and sitting back like, what the hell? Make them pay for that shit. They ate it all, $1,600.
They had a good night on y'all, boy. That's good stuff right there. But they loving it. They had a great night on y'all, actually.
A great night. Ain't did nothing for it, didn't deserve nothing, man. I'm telling you now. It's just the thing. See, we don't have the breeding you have to grow up with money in order. A man by the name of T. Cullen Davis out of Texas.
Yeah.
When I was arrested, T. Cullen Davis was an oil billionaire. And he told me one day, he said, Casey, everybody has action at being a millionaire, right? But you'll never know your worth until you lose it all. And if you build it up again, you're solid.
No, that's a real statement.
And I live with that. You dig what I'm saying? I live by that. And once I went through $1.5 million in 9 months in 1978.
Wow.
I bought a boat and don't even know how to swim. Nigga and money, man, soon part.
Wow. Okay, well, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, when it comes down to Rick Ross, he's been doing damn good with those Wingstops, and with that big old house he got out there that comes from under Evander Holyfield and you know, hanging out with Diddy. Diddy helped him a lot, managed his career. So it seems to me that he has found his niche market when it comes down to understanding how to keep his finances. So I don't see that going nowhere. Plus, he already was in law. He was in law enforcement. He was in law enforcement before that. So he's been through some, and he was actually early on hanging around with Trina and them. But he's been holding on to his bag pretty good, OG.
Yeah, because he got a white dad. Well, he got a white handler. He don't have a white daddy. He's working with the feds, and all of the properties, all the stuff that he got was confiscated.
He working with the feds, OG? Why would you say that?
I looked it up.
Oh, damn. You don't think, you know, you gotta understand, man. This man has been rapping, making a lot of money off a lot of music, making a lot of music deals.
Do you realize how many rappers came before him that didn't get the access that he got? All of a sudden, he got access to all this money and all these houses, Wingstop. That's federal endorsement. He is the hip hop police, bro.
You really think, OG? You really think that Rick Ross is a guy that if you was to start music moving today, you wouldn't talk to Rick Ross and dealing with him you wouldn't buy a feature from him?
Oh, yeah, if I wanted to be inclusive with the FBI, yes, sir.
But if not, you stand back.
I mean, because you're going down.
Wow.
Messing with him is like messing with Rat 100.
Damn. So OG, what do you think when you see him and this guy hugged up or this girl? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you can't really tell. Y'all trying to say that's a guy, but to me it looks like
that same guy. I seen that same guy one Saturday on Santa Monica Boulevard. You know who be on Santa Monica Boulevard, right?
Yeah. Man.
All the sisters and the transvestites.
You sure that might not be a man or a woman?
That's a man, bro. That's a man. And Rick Ross got his hand around his waist like a lover.
And then he pulls him in and he talks in his ear or in her ear.
Pulls him in.
I know.
You know how you pull your girl in?
Yeah. 50 Cent is not letting him make it either. He's saying that this has got to be, he's saying he's kissing a boy. You know, and like I said, man, 50 Cent's so hilarious. He shows himself on his boat like he out there riding and looking, and he's seen him kissing the boy and all that. 50 Cent, hell, man, boy, he won't get off the gas for nothing. Do you hear me? All gas, no brakes.
I tell you, the only person that he let live that I seen in the history of crossing 50, and it ain't over yet, but he allowed Game to live.
Yeah. Maybe it's because of his close connection with Dre or something.
Ain't nobody else that he allowed live. All that shit Game was talking GU not and all 300 bars, he went in. And that's the only person I've ever seen him just forgive. Because he could have been hitting him with a gang of shit messing with Rat 100.
Yeah, he didn't. I think he did. I think it's levels to this stuff, man. When you look at what level Rick Ross on, Rick Ross playing with a little paper. Mayweather playing with a little paper. 50 playing with a little paper. He's dealing with the people who's in his inner circle who he feel is good sparring. You know, you ain't gonna get no workout if you go in there and you sparring with a baby, with a child that's about 12, that ain't gonna do you no good. So he wanna spar with somebody who's on his weight class, who doing what he doing. And I think that's how he's determining who he messing with. Now when it come down to Big Meech, that thing when they locked in with Rick Ross and Mayweather, they just became direct hits for him. They put themselves in the line of fire.
Yeah, Meech put himself in that line of fire. He didn't have to do that. He could have just sit there and waited patiently, and it would all came around with you. You thought because this clown and put you in his song. You thought
I think I'm Big Meech, huh? Larry Hoover,
Larry
huh?
Hoover.
Yeah, he shouldn't even been saying all that, huh? But
He said, but I ain't got to bite into it.
yeah, he threw that song out there like he really was thought he was those guys.
He knew all them because he was a guard in the feds.
Wow.
That's how he got Freeway Rick's name. Played him out of his name.
So OG, when you look at the girl or the guy on the boat hugging him, at the end it show his face like he just was was surprised.
What the folks say, call a spade a spade. Why it got to be a spade? Why let a heart be a heart?
What are you talking about?
Black spade. And people always talk let a spade be a spade. Why it got to be the black spade?
So what do you for sure that's a man?
I told you I seen dude on Santa Monica. Like now you going, what was you doing on Santa Monica? America.
Makes sense.
I was doing Uber.
Man, makes sense. OG, well, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Guys, make sure you get in the make sure you guys go ahead and get in the comments. Do you agree with OG that this is a man, like 50 is saying, or do you feel like me, it could be a woman? Get in the comments, it could be a woman. OG and 50 Cent said they know it's a boy or a man. I'm saying I can't really tell, but it might be a woman. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. And if you still watching, man, I know I talked about Malcolm Jamal Warner this morning, early this morning before day. And man, it's a sad thing. You can look at the details. They got some new details on this thing, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.